Hey guys, what's going on? Scrawny here, and today we're doing a tier list for Valorant agents as of July 2021. Okay, so firstly we're going to do a tier list based on the usefulness of the agent in ranked. Remember, all of this is just my opinion as a ranked player, not a pro. So first we have Jet. I'm going to put Jet in B. I think the Cipher trip update was pretty significant for her. She doesn't have a flash. Next off the bat, we've got Breach. I think Breach, even with new buffs, is still a B. His Aftershock is much better now, but still only back to 2 flashes. He's an okay flash character. Next, we've got Brim. I'm gonna put Brim in the C category. I don't think he's worth picking as a smoker. I think you should play Astra as smokes always, or Viper. I think Brim and Omen have become a little bit obsolete and might need a buff to be played again. Okay, next we have Cipher. I'm going to put Cipher in B as well. He's a good defensive agent, especially on split at B. The buff, so that his trips can pull Jet back, is a win for Cipher. However, his ult isn't fantastic, and the 6 ult points it costs is probably what it should be for that ult. Okay, so next we have Killjoy. I think Killjoy is an A character, 100%. Speaking of B split or using any of the characters to hold narrow walkways and lock down a site, it's Killjoy. It's Killjoy. Her mollies are fantastic. A lot of players learn the lineups. Her lockdown is fantastic. She's a great agent. Should be played more. The next character is Omen, and as a former Omen main, this hurts, but he is D, 100%. D. Flat out D. Omen having to buy his second smoke was a massive nerf. Even though the paranoia has been reduced to 300 credits, that's still a massive nerf. His smokes are good, but you can play inside them. I really think Omen needs a buff because I think he's an absolute flop of an agent in the current patch. Next we've got Phoenix. I really like Phoenix. I still think he's a top duelist. I'm going to put him in A. His curveballs are fantastic flashes. The ability to heal yourself as a duelist and not rely on a Sage or a Skye. Let those resources go to other teammates, especially other duelists that can't heal. His ult is still fantastic. It's still 6 credits at the moment, which is amazing. He'll probably get a nerf to 7 in the near future, but I still think he's a fantastic agent. This is a controversial one. I think Reyes is a C. Hear me out. Her bomb buddy, yes, it's fantastic, but in higher ranks, no one dies to bomb buddies. You really have got to get a terrible timing to die from a bomb buddy. It's now 400 credits. Her blast packs do hardly any damage. They're just for movement now. And her ult is good, but I would much rather pick up a Phoenix or a Jet or a Reyna over Reyes. I think she needs some kind of buff. Next is Reyna. I'm going to put Reyna in the B category. She's very much overused in ranked. All the sweaty duelist mains will pick Reyna. Because the ult's fantastic, the ability to heal off orbs is fantastic, but I don't think she has the tactical benefits that Phoenix has. I think Phoenix's flashes are better because they're not just near sights, and Phoenix with his ult can really lead a charge onto a site with no real risk. Next we have Sage. I think Sage is still a top agent, and I'm putting her in the A category. Her heal is still good. It's not great. You're not going to restore someone at 15 health or so to 100 health with the 1 heal. But even with that nerf, it's still fantastic to have the heal on her. Slow orbs are still fantastic to slow a push, or at least minimize the danger of being peeked from a position. Even if someone peeks through a slow, you can trade quite easily because of the lower movement speed. Her ult, even though it's now 8 ult points, is still bringing back a player into the round. That's huge. I think she's a no-brainer on certain maps and in certain comps. Now Skye, maybe one patch ago I would have said Skye was just the better Sage without the res. Now that she's only got 2 flashes, and that she's always had this kind of poor ultimate ability, I still think she's a fantastic agent as a flash character and a healer. So I'm going to put her in the B category. Next we've got Soba. There's a bit of a Soba main. Soba's S tier. The recon bolt is fantastic. It's a game changer, as is the drone, the extra information, and then the ability with the shock darts and the ultimate to deal damage off that intelligence is huge. Viper is S tier, hands down. Yes, she's got nerfs in relation to the decay off her wall and her smoke. She can still block vision of an area that no smoke character can. Her wall is massive. Her ultimate in reducing a fight down to close quarters can be very, very tactical, especially on eco rounds. Viper as well with lineups, with her snake bites, she's a fantastic agent. Even if they give her a little bit of a nerf, she's still going to be played in a lot of ranked games. Yoru is C, guys, let's be honest. He's got so much potential, and a good Yoru can kind of use the gate crash and the ult to create space, flank opponents. The flashes are pretty decent. They might need a buff, but still, in terms of a flash duelist, I still would rather Reyna or Phoenix, especially seeing they can heal themselves. Astra, I think, as a primary smoke character, is the best in the game. She's A tier. People have stopped playing her because of the nerf. I still play her in ranked. She has so much potential with her stars. You can still manage your eco around purchasing more stars. Her gravity well and her stun are fantastic. Her smokes are great. Being able to smoke very quickly and get those abilities back to use on other stars, fantastic. Her ultimate's not game changing, but it's very useful in certain circumstances. She's A. KO. Until KO gets a nerf, KO is S tier, 100%. His dagger is just a better Soba dart. His flashes are great, Counter-Strike-esque. His ultimate just turns this game on its head in relation to at least a bomb site. If he ults and runs out onto a bomb site, perhaps a potential nerf they could put in there is how long it takes to bring KO back and add a little bit more difficulty to that to allow for a push from the other team or a molly or something. And the molly on KO is nuts. So much damage. Well, there it is. What do you guys think? Disagree? Probably. You're probably going to disagree. It's quite a finicky way of expressing how good agents are. But I still think it's a useful thing for thinking about which agents you should play in ranked. So thanks for watching.